The Ishizu cards have just been released in the new selection pack, Strong Will. And we need a strong will to fight against this calamity, because even without Tearlament, the abomination that's going to be, we still have Ishizu Mill, which, from what I've seen, is all over the ranked matches at the moment, where people are trying to break Ishizu in any way possible. And milling all these cards is the best way to do it. So we have all these different things, as you can see here. You've got the Shizus with punks and sprites and dangers. You've got Shizus with the Eldritch cards and other zombie cards. We've got Shizus with the Adamanticators. And you've even got Shizus with the Runics. They're everywhere. The fact of the matter is, the Shizus are a problem. To counter that, we have hand traps and other cards to negate these problems. Starting off with DD Crow. Just banish their card. If you banish it on your turn or their turn, they won't have anything in your graveyard to hit. If they go in second, then of course they'll have stuff, but you would have already comboed off at this point. These cards have to send from field or grave. They have to banish from field or grave. And that is something they can't do when they're going second, which means if they put it in the grave at any point, just get rid of it. We also have Ghost Spell, which negates the effect in grave. So, because the cards will banish from your grave, you get to negate them. Skullmeister, they activate in grave sometimes. If they activate on field, Skullmeister ain't going to work. But if they activate in the grave, which is normally what's going to happen, Skullmeister's your best friend. However, these mill decks don't just play the Ishizu cards. They also play stuff like the Dangers. Maybe the Light Swarms. Maybe the zombie packages with the Necro Banshee, Doom King Balladrock, Eldritch and Zombie World. Destiny Hero Malicious, Block Dragon, or even the Runic cards in general. They just play a lot of engine to support the Ishizus. And you're going to need to stop that. You're going to need to stop them from being able to use these engines to fill their grave with all the names. You need to stop them from being able to flood the board, and there's other cards that help with that too. If you're playing against a Chaos deck, Ally of Justice Cycle Reader, just banish the lights. You can't have the Chaos without light and dark. If you're going to be playing against something like the Dangers, and even in the other cases, Called by the Grave, beautiful card. Funnily enough, if you're playing Fluffles, you can use the Ishizus against them. You can use the Ishizus to discard the Fluffles that are fairies. They're all fairies, but half of them are Earths. So if you have any of the Earth ones plus an Ishizu card, you can just go off to the races. So that's why you can use these guys against their own decks. Your deck isn't built to play as an Ishizu deck, but you can do it by just using these cards as just staples. And then if you're playing against decks like Zombies, just the same things work. And another really neat trick is if you're playing the Fluffle with the Keldo, for example, or if you're playing DD Crow, you can you can make Runic Fountain resolve without effect by banishing any of the spells it targets from the grave, so it can't shuffle them. And if it can't shuffle one, it can't shuffle all of them, and that means you don't get to draw either. Same goes for Fairy Tail Snow. Chainlink 1 Fairy Tail Snow, Chainlink 2 Called By, Chainlink 2 Skullmeister, Chainlink 2 DD Crow. The options are endless. All of these are going to be great counters for the upcoming situations that we're going to have until they actually figure out that the mill decks are probably not going to be the best versions. Until as soon as we get Tearlament, these mill decks are probably going to whittle out of existence. However, we also have this card that I've seen in a couple lists. You just have to be wary of it. If this card is banished from the grave, it will summon itself. So never you hit this with a DD Crow or a Keldo. Do not banish this card because you will regret it, because they will bring it back and you just given them extender. But there you go. Just a quick little roundup of some text that you can use. Please comment down below at any other text that you could suggest, because I'd love to hear what text you guys could think of. And maybe subscribe if you enjoyed. See you next time.